difficult for the last year. But even prior to all of these external events that might be affecting your studio, you have to consider the normal arc that any entrepreneur goes through and why it makes that only a small percentage actually make it to the big success point. Here's the quick explanation for why success is so hard, the way that I look at it. So on the graph that we have here, as you move vertically, we're moving up positive emotion and also confidence in how you feel as an entrepreneur. Along the bottom here, we're moving forward in time and in competence, the ability to actually accomplish the task. The standard arc that people go through in entrepreneurism is that we start with what we call blind optimism. We have a huge amount of positive enthusiasm about what it is that we're going to do and a lot of confidence that we're going to make that happen. This is when you start your business, or within your business, this is that moment when you say, I need to solve something like retention as being an issue that I'm experiencing, and I'm going to use this platform to deliver these emails and write them all out, and they're going to go to the right person at the right time, and it's going to help us retain clients and we're going to win. Blind optimism. Now, the assumption that we have here is at this moment, we're going to use this bridge of hope, it's called, to end up at success. We're so blind to it, we hope that we're going to just boom, and it's going to make the big difference. We're searching for the magic formula, the silver bullet, the special thing, the one thing that's going to make us win. But as time goes on, we slowly drop down and we cross this line, which I call the fun line. Everything above this is fun and everything below is not fun. Hence these really technical smiley face and frowny faces over here. When we get just below the fun line is when we end up at informed pessimism. We suddenly understand, oh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. It's difficult, there's gonna have to be all of these other details that I didn't anticipate and expect, and our confidence is a lot lower, even if our competence has increased a little bit at this point in time. Now, everything below here is what we call the valley of despair. It's where things don't feel good, they're not in the fun category, and it can get really difficult. If you make it to the bottom of the valley of despair, it's the trough of despair. The trough is not like a rock bottom thing, but it's a moment in time where there is literally only one direction you can move, and that is back up into fun and confidence. But there are two directions you could go. You can go up in towards, and we'll talk about this over here in a second, up in towards success and get yourself out of the valley of despair and move away from this point. Or what the 99% of entrepreneurs do is they circle back with a distraction and they go back to the blind optimism phase. This is where you go, I think that if I use this automated system for my Instagram channel, it's gonna make my business make a bunch of money. I launched my account and everything, but actually this is harder than I thought and I'm not sure that it's gonna get me the results I want. Holy crap, this is really difficult. I don't believe that I can do it. Ooh, look at this. Someone's selling me a Facebook advertising course. And we do this. Same thing happens again. Now, Facebook ads don't work for my business. Ooh, I'm gonna learn how to do Google SEO for my business. No, it's really, really difficult. I'm out. I don't think it's gonna work for me. I'm gonna go back to this referral rewards program. And what happens is we just cycle back and forth here to the new fun thing, and each time assuming we're just gonna walk over this bridge of hope and make it to the success mark. What the small percentage of people who make it through in success in any specific elements of their business and the business on the whole, on the other hand, do is they realize when they're here that the only way to keep going is to keep moving forward in time and increase their competence so they eventually climb out of the valley of despair and end up just on the other side of the fun line, which is where we hit informed optimism. We understand, yes, this is going to work. Yes, it's a bit tough. Yes, I'm going to keep going, and I'm competent enough to make it happen, and that's how we end up arriving at success. Now, when you have a lot of external forces on your business like you have recently, it's really easy to get stuck here and end up down in this trough of despair for a significant amount of time. And the result is we start looking for every possible new thing that we could do to go back to this blind optimism phase. And what's even worse is if we don't have any options there and we're not sure what the future holds and how to actually climb out of this valley of despair, that's when we lose all hope. And the third possible outcome from moving back to this or ending up in success is giving up completely. It's not in your highest image to give up completely. I'm not saying that there doesn't come a moment in a business where you have to maybe cut your losses or make tough decisions. But I think that the emotional roller coaster that this might demonstrate for you is to realize that you might be down in this valley of despair somewhere right now. And the most powerful thing you could do is to focus on the next step only, the next best thing you can do, and keep moving forward and keep digging yourself out and just keep going. Not distraction, not giving up. Where are you on this chart? Post it in the comments down below. Be vulnerable about it. I want to see what you guys got going on. If you have any questions on it, be happy to answer them too. Talk to you soon.